So in the meanwhile, this thing is open. This morning when I get up, I'm smelling things. When I look there, all the feces is there. So they're flushing the stuff. All this is coming from their toilet, and the feces is all up there. So this property is mine that I had for quite a number of years now. Over 2 decades I'm living here, and I dwell good with the community and stuff because that's how I am. My neighbor here, Vernilo, on more than one occasion I had to reach out to them. I remember one time they didn't have no electricity. I had to help them run a line through there and help them out. Approximately almost 2 months ago now, I was standing right here going in my house here, and she approached me and told me that they had no place to use as bathroom. She used the naked word which I wouldn't use for weeks, and if I could give her a hookup so the sewage system could come down into mine here. Being the way I am, I say, boy, that's a serious problem. She said until Wednesday, which was the following week. I said, okay, Vern. So the next day she had somebody come and set it up. Okay, the week passed. I give her a grace period. After the Wednesday or the Friday, I say, Vern, Wednesday passed. And you ain't making no effort to do anything. What's the problem? She gives you a little more time. I say, all right. I understand the situation, but about 9 of them lived there. Me alone was here at that point. My son wasn't here because he have a little mental problem. So from time to time, he just go out. So my rest of my family is abroad, and my daughter has her own place out on Annesville. So I'm alone here. So I say, all right, I'll carry this strain a little longer. Another week passed. Every time I go to look for the lady, you can't find her. My children tell me she ain't there, she ain't there, she ain't there. Say, wait, this is trying to avoid me. When I do catch up on her and I tell her, well, listen, we had an agreement. I'm trying to help you out. I don't want this thing full up and then I can't pay. I don't work. I don't have a job. My kids just help me out and stuff. Her reply to me was, if it's filled, they would help to pay to pump it out. I never had that problem to pump out nothing. So I said, well, I don't want that because there's no certainty. So she told me she was having some sort of dialogue with the gentleman at CWS, Mr. Dalrymple. And they're trying to run, there's no sewage system here on the main. So we all have cess. But the line ran down there, so to bring it up here would cost X amount of dollars. So I went to Mr. Dalrymple in his office, sat down, spoke to him. He told me, well, the price is a little exorbitant for them, so they're trying to work on it to bring it down to a level they could reach. They took off thousands of dollars to the point of it reached very low. I don't want to put no figures. And gave him a week. That week now turned into 3 additional weeks. I called Mr. Dalrymple, say, Mr. Dalrymple, I can't find a lady. Every time I try to find her, daughters tell me she's not there. When I did find her, I told her the situation. She's trying to stall me and carry me for. I said, listen, madam, I'm going to have to cut this thing. I spoke with my plumber, I spoke with Mr. Dalrymple, he told me I'm within my rights to cut it and plug it. So you have to find some method to alleviate your problem. 2 days ago, I went to the window there. I called, the daughter came, I said, I want to speak to your mom because I'm about to cut this thing. The daughter said to me, her mom is not in. I said, well, tell your mom I'm about to cut this thing. I brought a plumber. When the plumber came, plumber looked around. He said, okay, and come back the next day. Plumber's from down here. But he went and see. The brother here, who worked on my house when I was repairing it, okay, brother, he also has some skills in this field. So he told me what was required to get the problem solved. So we went and we got the necessary accessory to fix the thing. When I'm in the process of trying to cut the pipes, as you see there, to plug it, so the stuff would stop going into my tank here. The woman, her 3 daughters, 4 of them, came up there first. They started to curse and threaten they're going to do it. Out of the blues.
Where? Up on the...
On there, that's their property there. Okay. Yeah,
So they were upstairs, right?
Yeah, upstairs there. And they started cuss and carry on. They go mash up this, they go do this, cuss some serious dirty words. I'm a grown man, I've been through certain things, so I don't involve myself in it. I kept my cool and I proceeded to do they came on my property all that. This is my property, obviously. Share of the wall and then they're there. So this is my property, I mean not my property. My property. Anyway, the daughter started to carry on, cuss and threaten. I called the police. The police came in a pickup, 4 of them. I went out there, I started to speak to them. Then the woman there, daughters went and talked to the police. I explained to the police what occasioned them coming here. I was the one who wanted the service, just to protect me, to do what I have to do, because these people were attacking me. The police told me, okay, he's gonna talk to the people then. He ain't come here, the police ain't come here up to now to see the situation. Apparently, they're familiar with the girls and them for the lady. So the police ain't come. When they did come, they hear him cutting the thing. The police tell me how I could cut the thing. That's the attitude. So I said, this is my property. Anyway, the police said, all right, we don't have no time with you. The police left, and the police went down here. And they started to throw words for the brother in here and tell him that he encouraging me as if I don't have my own mind, if I can't think for myself. I'm a free thinker. They were disrespectful. Anyway, they threatened until they wanted to fight him. They come right here on my property, one of them, to the point where he actually take his gun and trade, give one and tell him he would fight with Pops over there, my friend.
This is who you're talking about, the police?
Yeah, the police now took it over. They had a bias, because I told them, you all have a bias, because they all didn't come to help me solve the problem. All I needed is protection from these people who behaving like loose cannons. That's all I needed. When the police went down, the main Pops was back here, and Miss King, the mother threw down a stick at us. She hit me with the stick. Then when I got the plug to plug the thing, the 3 of them come down here on my property. One stood up here and told me, you're half dead already, and if I give you a box, I kill you right here now, because you done half dead already, and you can't make me move from here. And the other bigger one went up by the pipe up there, stood up by the pipe and tell me I can't move. She's from the property, back and all today, and they start cussing and carry on. Anyway, I saw the situation. The police wasn't doing anything. They were threatening.
So in all of that, the police was standing here?
The police had done, they left.
Okay.
They left. Police ain't assist me. They were biased. Okay. We called a lawyer and spoke to the lawyer, and the lawyer say, well, that is wrong. I talked to Mr. Dalrymple again. Mr. Dalrymple said, these people have to be insane, because it's your property. They can't come on your property and want to fight you and beat you up on your property and stuff. Anyway, we went to the police, me and Pops, accompanied by Miss King, to make a complaint. I have a document they give me to go to the doctor for the assault I got from the mother, which is burning.
Which is the stick that hit you?
The stick that hit me. So I have to go to the doctor now. Anyway, all that time nothing happened here. After that. So I'm scared now for my safety, because they're threatening. It's just me alone. And if they gang up on me, I ain't gonna play headstrong. I know I'm in my rights, but I ain't gonna play headstrong. So I didn't go back there, because they're over me, they're under me, they're around me. I decided that I am going to pursue it from a legal standpoint. We went up to sanitation, and we spoke to the people at the health department. A young fella took the information and told me I have to wait until next week.
Although the senior members of the Public Health Department opted to not address the issue publicly, one source in the know confirmed that Patches Knight's report was not only entertained, but that a team was dispatched to investigate the matter, and that the department, in its wisdom, elected to educate rather than to prosecute, especially since both parties could have been brought up on penal charges of having created a public nuisance.
So in the meanwhile, this thing had opened. This morning when I get up, I'm smelling things. When I look there, all the feces is there. So they're flushing the stuff. All this is coming from their toilet, and the feces is all up there. I had some repair to do by my door there, the gentleman, the carpenter can't go up there and work because all
So
this
there's
is...
feces on the ground up there at this point.
It's on the ground up there. I don't know if you want to take a look, you could tread carefully because I took some pictures. It's feces, it's coming through there. They're flushing the toilet. That's what they're doing. And they think it's funny. They're flushing the toilet. So I spoke to two lawyers and went to the police today to ask them if they would assist me in getting the problem resolved. A policeman named, what's the name of the police again? What the heck was his name again? Bowens, Sergeant Bowens. When I got there, the first thing Bowens would tell me with my little radio, what the hell I have there, like if I have a tape to take. Just went to see if I could get the police to assist me. He started to try to dominate and not for me to say what I came to say. Try to explain to him my situation. And Mr. Bowen told me, finally, police can't do nothing about it. Go to solid waste. But I said solid waste told me to call the police. So you sending me back to the people I went to already. So the police said they can't do nothing. It's out of their hand. So I put it in the hand of a lawyer.
And this happened with the police at the Central Police Station?
At the Central, in the CID. 2 times we went to the CID. Yesterday and today. And now with the feces in my place here, coming down here.
Have you seen any of the neighbors for the day?
I see them. One, the daughter came and tried to talk to me a while ago to try to tell me about resolving the problem. The same one who came and stood up there and tell me I can't come on my own property. I can't block the thing there. She came to me and my brother going up, they would tell me if I would allow them to bring a big drum and dump the feces in the big drum and pay somebody to throw it out periodically. I said no. It's out of my hands. It's in the hands of the lawyer. I don't want to negotiate with them. I live peacefully with people. I know who I'm a rebel against. These people are not my enemy. I don't know what it is. I see they're bringing politics into it. If it was politics, I wouldn't do nothing for them in their interests. I'm not like that. I try to help them. Human beings, neighbors to neighbor, people to people and stuff. I try to help them. And on top of that now, they're turning around and trying to harm me physically. They're telling me that I don't have no rights on my own property. They practically run me off my property. Before them come here, threatening, till at the point they would tell you the mother hit me. That's what's going on.
At that point, did you already involve the police?
The police had come and gone. The police did nothing.
After the police had left, they hit you?
That's what they did.
Okay.
That's what they did. And they also hit Pops here too. I didn't realize he got a booty from them too. And so when I got up this morning, all this stuff there, the feces, all those things up there.
You're saying there's a door that where that pallet is?
Yeah, it's not completed. I have a door being made to fit in there. There's a youngster who is a carpenter. He has a door frame already. He was going to put it up for me today, but because of the situation, he's the only one in the community, as far as I know, told them they were wrong. Nobody else. Not a soul else tell them people are wrong. Just that young fella alone. He the one, well, you don't come on the man's property and try to control the man. And them tell me, no, you can't move me and that kind of thing. But they don't know how much, them don't know how much of a rebel I was. They don't understand, you know. I too old now at this point to get involved. They don't know me. Pops here, I don't know me, you know.
But I'm trying
They don't know me. They may know me.
Because I'm seeing it's a bit saturated back there.
Naked feces there.
So, but is anything seeping into your building because the door is unfinished?
Well, it's all on the pallet there. You see that pipe coming down there? That's naked. That's have a free fall coming in. They tell me I can't put no plug up in the top, and they physically come to stop me. The same big one who come today to talk to me, she stood up there in front of that and tell me I ain't man enough. They don't understand what they're playing with, you know. But I'll play the game this way here. They don't understand. I'm not afraid of nobody, but that is not the issue.
All right.
See, people have a funny notion of what they think is right and what's wrong. They have a funny notion. Wrong and strong thing is the problem. I would like you to get a picture of the feces. It's there.
Yeah,
if you don't want to go there, you come in the house with a double boiler. That's the structure they live in, and this is the extended wall that tells us this is the boundary. This is my property. I used to have a gate down there. My building extend right across, go right down to the road on the other side. My building is like a L here, and it goes down to the street that goes up to 9 steps there. So all my property gone back that way. So all that is my property. Here is my property. And they came over here and stopped me from getting rid of this thing that they have telling me that this is not my property and they could do what they want. That's how it is. I feel uncomfortable because now we have a crisis, we have a pandemic, and I remember I just came from the States and my wife works in a hospital and they warned them about even flushing toilet without closing it because they say the virus is so terrible that when you flush, some of the fumes or whatever it is could come up and you could inhale it. And this is naked feces coming here. I'm talking about getting COVID. I ain't no youth, man. And to live with this here, this is since yesterday. All this feces and all this continuous drip. This ain't stopping.
Did you show the photos and video evidence that you took to the police when you went?
The police ain't entertain me. The police ain't entertain me. The police tell me this out of their hand. The police are saying it here on your program here. The police have a bias. They came with a bias, and the one up at the station, he started to be aggressive before I could have talked and started being domineering and stuff like that. So I say, y'all gonna help me? Say they can't do nothing. I say, okay, have a good day. That's it. They never extended no courtesy to me. So that's what it is. That's what it is. All I wanted was the protection to set my thing up. Because 4 of them, if it was 1 of them, they'd do it, you know. But 4 of them, I gotta look behind my back. From here it was when the woman threw the thing from up. You see how it is there? See all them blocks, they tried to throw blocks and stuff down. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm not that kind. I'm not that kind. I think I live a pretty good life. I don't want them to spoil my my record as such. I didn't want to get involved with them with nonsense. They had the courtesy to say at least thank you for assisting us for the time you give us. You know what I'm saying? Instead they turn it around and want to play like Bad James and Bad Jones for me on my own rights. I tried and tried and tried and tried to ease them out of this. Listen, fix your stuff. I give you enough extended time. Fix your stuff. Now they have feces coming down on my property here. I have to live with my window here, my house here, my kitchen right there.
It's coming in through the door, unfinished door just yet.
Well, if you look at JP, you would see that the water is extending down here. It's coming across there. And my door, let me just show you inside here. Yeah, JP, this is my place. I'm trying to finish here. This fridge was so big, I had to knock with this whole thing to get it in here because this fridge came from abroad. So I had to knock with this. So I'm in the process of putting a door here. So this is what's happening here. So the stuff could seep in here based on the fact that there's no protection. And this is my kitchen where I cook and, fix my food and stuff like that. That's the reality.
The laws, for their part, have again committed to putting things in place to be able to properly manage their human waste. This time, the public health watchdog allowed them a week or 2 to rectify their situation. Our source confirmed. A prefabricated sewage tank was one of 2 options that the public health team was said to have recommended. A follow-up visit was promised during the course of our conversation to verify which of the 2 options were finally settled upon. While it is unclear whether or not the Lows have been able to solve their sewage issues, it is very obvious that Patches Knights is no longer being directly impacted by his neighbor's fecal woes. Meanwhile, an observant bystander is of the view that that localized septic challenge is symptomatic of a larger sewage management problem around Kingstown. When asked, the well-placed source noted that some residential property owners in the nation's capital cannot afford the monthly service fees to ensure continued connection to the centralized sewer line. The public toilets and showers were meant to alleviate that particular issue.